Inoue is great, but he's been like criticized. What's your thought of Inoue not fighting outside Japan, or maybe fighting in the US? Like, is it about rules of commission, or they just feel like in their home? Because Inoue is saying is, well, forgive me, I'm gonna say this. Inoue is scared. He doesn't want to go outside Japan, and just why is he fighting only most of the time in Japan, especially the big fights? What do you think?
Um, I do personally want to see him fight in the States and get more recognition in
Yeah.
America. That would be great for me for my own selfish reasons. But as far as for
Okay.
himself, like why would he if he can fight in Japan in his hometown? He doesn't have to travel and potentially probably makes more money that way. And
More money in Japan.
he gets paid a tremendous amount by sponsors. The also if he fights overseas, I don't know how the string rights and all that kind of stuff would work. But in Japan, yeah, he makes. I think he'd make a lot more money fighting in Japan than in the States. So there has to be like some kind of big. There
But
has
at
to be
some
a
point,
reason for him to go. Like, why would you
but
want to
some
go fight
point
in
you
the
need
States?
some American because sometimes the historians are Americans, and we want to get some Americans the marketing as well. Do
Right,
you see
right,
him
right.
getting big fights in Japan? I understand that he makes more money in Japan. It seems like that's the most obvious reason why he doesn't want to go out. And although people are saying he's not popular in the U.S., and uh, that might be the case. And if he doesn't fight in the U.S., how is
Right,
he? I
right.
mean, there's an argument he's not getting the number one spot for the pound per pound because he's not fighting in the U.S. because American fans doesn't know him.
Right.
Can you say about that?
Um, um, I think that's irrelevant to where he's fighting. I think what's gonna end up happening is he's gonna be so big that all the Americans are gonna come to him anyways, like we saw with Fulton.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, he's just gonna pay them enough for they're gonna come to him. It's got to go to like Gervonta Davis level, or else he's not gonna fight overseas. Like it's got to be someone that can take Inoue from Japan to America. He's not
You
gonna
think that's
go on
gonna
his
happen?
own.
The Tank Davis,
Um,
anyway?
I think if Inoue goes to super featherweight and Gervonta is at lightweight, because Gervonta's not gonna go to super light. He's too small for that, I believe. So he's gonna stay around lightweight, Gervonta Davis. And if Inoue goes to super feather, then they're gonna meet sometime. It's just too much of a big fight.
130
So it
pounds?
some
I
catch
don't know if
weight.
I don't know if Tank Davis could go to 130. He's already having problem 135.
They'll meet at like 133, 132, something along those lines, I would believe.
What do you think is the limit of course, obviously, Filipino has an A division champion, and we were already counting the division that is gonna go up. What do you think is
Mhm.
the limit of Inoue?
Well, the thing is, Pacquiao was eight, but he wasn't undefeated in eight weight
Yes.
classes, right? It seems like he wants to stay undefeated and he likes the challenge, but he doesn't like taking the challenges that are probably impossible, let's just say. So he's realistically being the monster, and I undefeated, maybe super featherweight would be his limit.
130.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the 130 is where he can potentially run into some problems. Probably, I
You don't
think
see him
the
going to welterweight like Pacquiao
no,
or
no, no. That's what
no.
I no. He doesn't. He's not gonna do the impossible kind of
Who
challenges
knows,
like
right?
that.
One fight, one champion. We'll see his performance at 130, and we'll
Listen,
see
I would
one
love
at a
to
time.
see it. I would love to see it, but
One time.
it seems like he's a little bit too smart for that.
Well, if there's a right amount of money, I mean, although some Filipino fans are saying, of course, our argument, we're looking at the best Asian boxer of all time. Well, he's not
Mhm.
gonna be A division anyway, but he's too he could be an undisputed in two division now if he wins against the Palace. Then that's a whole new different accomplishments. Again, Pacquiao has never been an undisputed champion,
Right,
so
right. I mean, they're both great in their different ways.
yes. Well, we fans, we like to talk about it. The
Right,
greatest of
right.
all time. It's all about
Sure.
arguments, but well, who will they really find out unless they fight each other in their prime?
So true.
It's not gonna happen. Okay, unless someone invented time machine. Um,